Hey everybody, it's Wellesley. I'm going to start uploading short videos anytime I come across something that I feel like I could offer some advice on. Now, trauma and abuse are two major issues which I've unfortunately had to become well acquainted with. And so whenever I come across situations where I feel other people have probably encountered them too, I'm going to upload a video like this one to make people aware of it and hopefully offer some advice in how to deal with those situations. Anyone else who's ever experienced abuse or trauma knows that it can affect every aspect of your life, and it can make things that used to be simple much more complicated. I know in my life, because of abuse and trauma, I've developed PTSD and CPTSD, and I've had to learn to live with those disorders. And unfortunately, I don't really have an emotional support system, and so I've had to learn to live with them alone. Fortunately, that's what I'm here for. I figured out how to get through some of this stuff, and these short videos are going to be advice that comes to mind throughout the day that hopefully will help others who have also experienced abuse or trauma, or who are looking for advice on how to communicate better, interpersonal relationships, things like that. Anytime I come across something that I feel like I could offer some advice on, that's what I'm going to do. Those of us who've been abused or traumatized know that there's two ways which the abuser can respond. There's the healthy way and the unhealthy way. The healthy way is to feel guilt for causing another person harm, to apologize sincerely, to reconcile or seek to make things right if possible, and then to cease that behavior, to stop doing it. But I'll tell you how to spot an unhealthy person. It's pretty easy. One of the ways they'll respond is by minimizing. They will either minimize what they did by claiming it isn't as serious as you think it is, or they'll minimize your pain by telling you that the amount of pain you feel is not valid. You're in too much pain, given how insignificant their actions were. Now understand that to narcissistic people, their image is everything. And so if they do something to hurt you, they have to find a way to protect their image to themselves and to anybody who might find out. If they've hurt you, they know they did something wrong. They can't deny that. So they go to the next best thing, minimize it. Make you feel like you're crazy for being as upset as you are. If you are hurt by someone, never ever let them tell you that your pain is not valid, especially if what they did is something you know is serious. Narcissistic people, abusive people will always try to make you feel like the crazy person so that they don't have to take accountability for the things they've done. Because if you're crazy, they don't have to listen to you. To healthy people, this sounds twisted and kind of sick, and it is. And unfortunately, these are people we have to deal with. So hopefully, knowing this, if you come across people in your life who minimize your pain or minimize their bad behaviors, you'll know what it represents. That is a person who is seeking to avoid accountability and is only going to cause you more harm. Get that person out of your life as soon as you can. I have the same, I think I can change them instinct that most of you probably do. You can't. People who don't want to change will never change. Sometimes the best thing you can do is let someone go. But sometimes even that isn't enough. And in those situations, the best thing you can do is cut that person out of your life as much as possible. Now, I know this is kind of a downer video, and some of these probably will be, because these topics are heavy and they deal with really serious issues like abuse. However, as I mentioned in my intro video to my channel, I want to help. And so hopefully this information will help some of you to avoid the same problem in the future. You'll be able to recognize that people who minimize your pain or their bad behaviors are people that you can't help. They are people who have no empathy for your pain and feel no remorse for causing you pain. The wise thing to do would be to cut them out of your life as much as possible, if not altogether. These have been your Wellesley's words of wisdom for the day. Always stay humble, my friends.